Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
Hello and welcome. I'm Alex from Combat Sports UK, and I'm here with the Black Panther, Losene Keita from Oktagon MMA. He is the lightweight champion and interim featherweight champion, and on the 29th of this month, he takes on Mate Sanikidze in a bid to become the undisputed double champion. How are you today, Losene?
Yeah, I feel great. Can't wait to shine again.
Good. Yeah, I wanted to start off by talking a bit about your last fight against Jakub Tichota. You got the TKO finish in the fourth round.
Yep.
Your power was just too much for him. He didn't seem to want to stand and trade with you, and you stuffed his takedown attempts. Talk to me a little bit about that fight. Were you surprised by his durability? Were you a bit disappointed you didn't get the finish earlier, or was it exactly as you planned?
No, actually, I was there like every other fight. I was there for 5 rounds, but I got the finish. I'm happy about that. But I'm not one of the guys who look for the finish. God gave me something I can finish, but I never look for the finish. So yeah, I was there for 5 rounds, but I get it in 4 rounds. So I was happy.
Do you have a similar game plan for Mate, or have you had to prepare in a different way or a specific way?
Yeah, a little bit different, because I know with Tichota, you must give him too much pressure, because he also like to bring pressure. He is also a pressure fighter, and with Sanikidze, you can be sloppy with Sanikidze because he have good counter. You can throw too much like other fighters, because he seem relaxed. People think he's a bad fighter, but because of his style, you're gonna run to something. So yeah, I have another style for Sanikidze this time. More patience, more eye work. Just looking, take my time, breathe.
Yeah, and he's a strong grappler, isn't he? And I was wondering if it goes to the ground, are you confident that you can kind of hang there and beat him there? Or?
No, he's grappling. I'm not scared of none of them grappling. Even Tichota is grappling. I'm not scared. It's just when the fight is going well, stand up. Why go into the ground? For me, it's just just energy, too much energy for nothing, But I'm not scared of Sanikidze's grappling, because he have 3 fights in Octagon, or 4 fights. He didn't submit nobody. So I don't know why that guys don't have a finish yet in Octagon. So I don't know why they're talking about his grappling. Like I've been doing MMA for 4 years. I never do grappling in my life. I'm 11 and 0. I fought against black belts, and there's still nobody submit me. So yeah, I'm not scared of his grappling. He can try. He can bring me to the ground. He can do whatever. I will stand up. I will still beat his ass.
So if you get the win, then what would the double champ status mean to you? Like where would you go from there?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. It would mean a lot for me, because where I come from, I never dream of those, such thing, And coming from out of nowhere and be a double champ in one of the best organizations in Europe, for me is something big. That means the sky is the limit for me, Because I was in prison. I started MMA. I was 18 years. I didn't know nothing about the sport and things like that. And I'm beating guys who will be doing this sport more than I don't know how long, So for me, that would mean a lot for me, and especially that will also show I'm one of the best fighters in Europe, and that will also show I'm better than this guy. I beat 12 person in that small time. So yeah, for me, it means a lot for me. Very, very.
Have you always had that kind of natural ability for MMA then? Your coach said in an interview that you had fire in your eyes as soon as you stepped into the gym. Have you always felt like you've had that natural ability for striking?
Yeah, I think so, because like I say, I just like to train, and yeah, I started this stuff. I didn't know where I would be. I didn't know I would be. You would be like that, taking MMA. It's like 1 year now. I'm taking 1 year, just 2 years. I'm taking MMA seriously. I didn't take MMA seriously. Just everything, not only MMA. Everything what I do, I just try to do. I just try to be my best. Even with football, even was, and this idea, like I don't like to lose. Especially losing in front of crowd. Never. I can't do that.
So back to Sanikidze then. I saw your face-off before obviously you were supposed to fight before, and that didn't happen. But I saw the face-off, and there was a bit of pushing and shoving. Is there any real animosity there? Is there any dislike?
No, for me it's not. For me it's not bad blood there. It's just that guy. That guy, like actually, it's very good guy when the camera are not there. He's very good guy. After he pushed me, things like that, the camera go away. He was very friendly and things like that. I think he just want to sell the fight because going to the face off, I was in the same elevator as this guy, you know. So I think it's just he just want to sell the fight and things like that. Like I'm not that kind of the guy who's gonna be shouting blah, 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 blah. You know, if I got what I want and I got already what I want is to fight this guy, the rest I'm gonna show in the cage. Now he can see whatever he want. I don't care. Now it's just me and him in the cage. There was no talking, and we have a lot of time, me and him, to dance together. You know, 25 minutes. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So that's where you do what you're talking in the cage, and so far you've done that. I mean, you've shown some brutal striking skills and abilities there to put people away. Like I said, Tichota couldn't really hang. Apart from that fight, when you fought Ivan for the belt, for the lightweight belt, he seemed to have a similar strategy to Tichota, and he seemed to shoot for a lot of takedowns. And again, you were prepared for that. Do you watch much footage of your opponents, and how do your trainers help you?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm not even ashamed to say it. Like I'm one of the guy. If I go to, even with my phone, I go to the profile. I watch the like everything what I'm doing. If it was Sanikidze today, I watch his profile. I don't care. With my own profile, and they can see me. I'm watching them. You know, I don't care. You know, I want to know everything about my opponent. I want to be fully prepared. You know, I don't want no surprise. I know it's MMA, can still be surprised, but I don't want that. So yeah, I watch a lot. Even the training, with who they are training, what they are doing, things like that. Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
I mean, you're only 25 years old, Losene, and your best years are potentially ahead of you. Does that thought excite you? And you know, when you think about that, and when you think about what else you can achieve?
That's what I'm saying. You know, I've been doing MMA for 5 years. I'm 25 years old. So yeah, for me, it's great. You know, it's great. It's great. I can't wait. I'm still learning. I'm still learning, and every fight I'm getting better. So yeah, I can't wait.
You used to fight on the streets, didn't you? And now you're an MMA star. What was the turning point there? Like, what made you turn your life around? Because it could have gone completely differently.
Yeah, you have the prison, you know, and my family. Because when I was in prison, like for me, prison was not that hard, because it's not like I was there for 1 year, 2 years. You know, I was there for 4 months, I think, or something like that. And you know, my sister came and visit me with my mother and my sister. And for me, my family, I'm very close to my family, you know. And my sister started crying, and I was there in prison. I was seeing guys there, and I didn't see nobody that I can say, oh yeah, this guy look like this. This guy, I didn't see nobody that I can say this guy have good feature of this guy is doing good outside and things like that. I was like, I don't belong here. And my sister came to visit, and she was crying. I was like, damn, I can't do that to my family. You know, I can't do that to my family. And that year I was very going bad. You know. And I think God saved me because of that. So yeah.
Are you a prediction man? Do you have any predictions about how the fight's going to go on the 29th?
No, that's the thing. I never predict. I only predict my event. The only thing I know, I'm gonna win, but I don't know which round. I'm training for 30 rounds, so I don't want to be cardio. I don't want to carry to be an issue. I will be there 25 minutes if it's needed. If I can put it away, I will put it away. If not, I'm there. The only thing I know for sure, I don't have a choice. My hands must go in there. That's the only thing I know for sure.
Do you ever have any nerves or doubts at all on fight night or anything like that, or do you just walk out and just see how it goes?
Can you repeat it, please?
Yeah, I was just asking, do you have any nerves or any doubts on fight night at all?
No. Like I'm not that kind of fighter. For me, I like to be relaxed. I like to dance. I like music. I'm not that one. I'm not that fighter who put the music on that relax. For me, when you do that, when I have that, that's very bad. So I rather have fun. Like before the fight. A lot of fighters that are in the locker room preparing themselves. I'm in I'm in the stadium watching other fights with my friend, joking, things like that. I don't really care. Like I say, I started this sport 5 years ago, and I'm doing good. I'm doing my best, everything. So I know besides fighting, there is other life. So I try to. I want the full experience. I want to be a fan. I want to be a fighter. I don't want to be like stressing in the locker room, things like that. No. So for me, it's just having fun.
So you say you watch fights as well. Do you watch fights from other promotions? Do you have any favorites, any kind of idols of people that you look up to?
For me, look up to, not really, but if you ask me who is the god, UFC will be Volkanovski and Kerry. So
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. Actually, Volkanovski is one of the best fighters that we've seen. So I want to ask you a bit about your team and your teammates and how they help you. What kind of strategies do they use to help you on fight in preparation for fights?
I have a lot of Chechen guys in my team. Like that's why I'm always prepared for shooting. I use my offensive in the gym, only wrestling. How wrestling some points, like people say I don't have wrestling, but they also forget takedown defense is also wrestling, So they don't know that crazy. So they helped me a lot in terms of wrestling and things like that. And I have also a Muay Thai coach who with the elbows and things like that. So like I say, I'm doing it well. I'm not a perfect fighter. I learn every day. I'm still learning. So
What was it like coming to a new country? Because obviously you came across from Guinea to Belgium. How was that? How old were you when you did that, and how well did you settle in?
It was not hard to settle in. Because I was already 12 years old, and my sister were born here, so the learning the language was not that hard for me because my sisters, but now 3 sisters. At that time there were 2. They were speaking good Dutch, and my stepbrothers also they were speaking. So for me, it was not that hard to fit in.
Losene, I just want to thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your time and for answering my questions. You're a really exciting fighter. I've been watching a lot of your fights lately, and you're an explosive guy, powerful, great striking. I think you've got a really good chance of becoming double champ. So good luck on the 29th, and thanks again for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.